guys, it's Amber from Amber Eats Books, and I'm here today to bring you another book haul. Yes, that is right, I went out and bought some more books. I have been actually a little stressed out about my new job. There's been a couple of things that have gone on where, you know, one boss tells you one thing and another boss tells you another thing, and you end up just so confused and not in the right place, and it's not really your fault and no one's mad at you, but all of this is just going on around you. So I was a little stressed ending last week, beginning this week. So what better way to deal with that stress than to go out and buy some books? So that is exactly what I did. So I can't wait to show you guys. Let's get into it. The first book that I hauled was The Last Horseman by David Gilman. I watched a review on Efi over at Fred Weasley Died Laughing, her channel, and she made this book sound incredible, so I cannot wait to read it. And I actually did not buy this book. I won it through a giveaway on her channel. So if you guys do not know, if you have not seen her, please go check her out. I will link her channel down below. My next books are, of course, if I always get them, I try and show them to you first, my Stephen King rebuys. So I owned the mass market paperback size of Salem's Lot. I do not like this cover. I do not like anything about the sides of the book, the look of the book. So I was so excited when I found this version of it at my local Goodwill for $1. I love this cover. I love the black and the white and the gloomy, you know, on fire house. I cannot wait to read it. Now, this is not the size of a normal trade paperback. It is a little bit smaller, but still it'll be nicer to read it in this size than in this mass market paper size. So this little thing has got to go. Now, I believe in my last book haul, I showed you guys that I found this version of Mary Poppins by P.L. Travers, and I was so excited to find it because I've been wanting to read it for so long. When I went to Goodwill this week, I found Mary Poppins in the Park, the same exact editions, and I only paid $2 for this. So I was very excited and I can't wait to read them. The next book I found was a children's book, and I just thought it'd be really fun to read with my daughter at Christmas time, and that is The Christmas Genie by Dan Gutman and illustrations by Dan Santat. I thought this would just be a fun, exciting little read. This is about a group of students on their last day of school before Christmas break. A meteorite crashes through their school and out pops a genie, and he will grant only one wish. So it just sounds like a fun story. I really think that we will have a lot of fun reading this together during the Christmas season. Sticking with that Christmas theme, I've been trying to pick up a couple of Christmas books to read during the month of December, and I found Skipping Christmas by John Grisham. I paid $2 for this. I was ecstatic when I found this. This was actually turned into a movie, Christmas with the Cranks, and I watch that movie every single year. It's one of my favorite Christmas movies. The kids and I just laugh, and Tim Allen is always hilarious. So I knew that it was a book. I had not read it, but I just happened to find it, and so I'm thrilled to be able to read this during December. The next set of books are just some classics that I found while I was shopping, and we all know that I need to add some more classics into my reading repertoire, so I am really excited to get these into my reading rotation. The first one being Oliver Twist by Charles Dickens. I am familiar with this book. I have watched movies based upon it, but I have not actually read the story. The next one I found was King Arthur and His Knights by Sir James Knowles, and I got this one for only $2, and it's a great hardback edition of it. The end papers are gorgeous, and I do believe that it's not fully illustrated, but it does have a few little illustrations here and there in the book, so I'm excited to read that. And then I also found this velvet cover of Black Beauty, and I got that for $2. So it's a velvet cover. It's unique. I've never really seen other books like that. I think this is a Hallmark book, so that'll be really interesting. I have read Black Beauty, but it's been many, many years, so I'm excited to reread this in the future. The next set of books I found, I was so excited to find because I had just had a conversation with Crystal over at Crystal the Bookworm about reading this series of books. You guys all know how much I love The Diviners by Libba Bray, and I've been really interested in trying to read more books by her. So Crystal recommended the Gemma Doyle trilogy, and a few other people I think recommended it as well. And so I was like, yeah, definitely, I will have to try it. What really cemented it too was my local librarian was talking to me about it because she heard I love The Diviners. So she said, oh, you have to try this series of hers. I've read a couple of her other books. I didn't really like them, but try this series. I really liked it. So I said, okay, definitely. So Crystal recommended it. Other booktubers recommended it. And then my librarian recommended it. So I was like, all right, I have to read this series. My local library actually does not have the series. So I was going to order it from another library because I wasn't sure if I wanted to actually buy the books. However, I went to my Goodwill and I saw sitting on a shelf A Great and Terrible Beauty. And this is book one, I believe. I think so. Anyway, I saw this sitting on the shelf and it was $1. So I was like, oh yes, I'm gonna get that. And so I methodically go through the shelves. I'm just looking at all the other titles and I stumble upon Rebel Angels, which I'm not sure which one's book 2. I'm not sure which order they go because I didn't really get that far into them, and The Sweet Far Thing. So I happened to find all 3 books of the Gemma Doyle trilogy, and I couldn't be more excited. So I will eventually be getting to these. I have such a huge TBR. I don't know when that will be, but I have them. They're sitting on my shelf, and I just can't wait to read them. I also hauled Leaving Time by Jodi Picoult. One of my good friends and I read her books together. She has actually read this one and highly recommended it, above some of the other ones that she has read. So I had to pick it up when I saw it on the shelf. The next one was Colors of the Mountain by Da Chen. I actually got this one for 50 cents because it was a yellow tag week. And this is just gonna be outside of my comfort zone. I don't usually read a lot of books that are set in China, so this will be very interesting and I can't wait to read that. The next book I have read, and that is The Kite Runner by Khaled Hosseini. I absolutely loved The Kite Runner, and I had to have my own copy. I don't know why I got rid of my original copy, but this is a story that has stayed with me over the years, so I just wanted to have my own, and I got this one for 50 cents as well because it was a yellow tag. And then I own the Lord of the Rings trilogy, but I did not have The Hobbit. So I found that for 50 cents in great condition. Like, this book has not even been read. It is fantastic condition. So I'm excited to read that. And then I also found 2 books by Frank McCourt, Angela's Ashes, which I am not sure if I've read this. I mean, I would assume I would remember if I have. My Goodreads said I didn't, so I don't think I have, but I know a lot of people have praised this book highly, so I want to read it. I got that one for $2. And then I also got another book by him, and that is Tis. So I'm very excited to read these books and to experience his writing because I have not, at least I don't think I have before. So those are all the books that I hauled in just the last couple of weeks. I don't know if there will be a part 3 to my book haul. I'm trying to stay out of the stores, but we'll see. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Anyway, I hope you guys have a great week and happy reading.